Parliament was misled by the company. And what our committee is trying to do, Parliament was misled by the company. And what our committee is trying to do, that Parliament was misled by the company. And what our committee is trying to do, that Parliament was misled by the company. And what our committee is trying to do.
It is my opinion that you do not really understand the concept of banking. All the banks are broke. Bank Santander, Deutsche Bank, Royal Bank of Scotland, they're all broke. And why are they broke? It isn't an act of God. It isn't some sort of tsunami. They're broke because we have a system called fractional reserve banking, which means that banks can lend money that they don't actually have. It's a criminal scandal, and it's been going on for too long.
When it comes to defending America, it is not enough to merely have an American presence in space. We must have American dominance in space. So important. Very importantly, I'm hereby directing the Department of Defense and Pentagon to immediately begin the process necessary to establish a Space Force as the 6th branch of the armed forces. That's a big statement. We are going to have the Air Force and we are going to have the Space Force.
That could only be the musical stylings of Victor Oladipo, who is the reigning 2-time champion of the All-Star Weekend player talent show.
You are talented. I give you credit on that. A lot of credit. You're very talented. I mean, you're not a karaoke guy like me, but you can actually. You know they call me old brown eyes, right?
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Angel here with Scarrect Truther. Welcome back to another video. Folks, there is much more to talk about today. And today we have a lot of news regarding Space Force. Yup, we're going to be talking about, again, more about quote-unquote space. And we're also going to be talking about chemtrailing more, because I have a fascinating video that I want to share with you guys later in this video. I think this honestly may shock you. It may interest you more into chemtrailing than what you already know about it. But I also want to talk about something real quick before we, start talking about Space Force and all that. I want to talk about something, a video that has happened before to me and probably to you as well. Now, this is involving a video of a woman where her phone gets, I guess, hacked, or some virus attacks her phone, and the phone starts acting weird and starts, tapping and moving by itself. I don't know if this has happened to you before with your phone. This has indeed happened to my mom's phone before, but it was pretty much a long-ass time ago. I don't know if this is common. I don't know if this is a glitch. I don't know if these are people actually hacking people's phones. But here's the video for you guys.
I want you to see what the phone is doing. It's just going to call various people. Thank God I got this on video. See this, Billy? This is what's happening. I'm not dialing any of these numbers. I'm not touching the phone. Thank God. My phone, I've been gone 5 days. It doesn't do it. It only does it at my house. As you can see, someone else is controlling the phone, Billy. I'm not touching it. Here's my fingers on the sides, not touching anything. See? On the sides. Not touching the screen. There's nothing I'm touching on the side. Oh, look, it's typing to me. It told me earlier I had cancer, something about cancer. It's typing right now. It did not do this when I was out of town. Thank goodness I got it recorded. It's really getting scary. Sometimes they type me messages like you have cancer. Wow. Okay, as you can see, the phone is acting on its own. I'm not doing anything.
Now again, this has indeed happened to my mom's phone before. I think it was just some error, but we obviously traded for a different phone. I think it was in an Android. And I would like to know if this has ever happened to any of your phones before in your lifetime. Let me know in the comments. I would really appreciate that. I would really like to know if this has ever happened to you before. But folks, there's something that I actually want to bring up, and that's that apparently there's a scene in Incredibles 2, I don't know which scene, I haven't honestly seen the movie myself, but apparently the movie can cause seizures, alright, to people right now. I don't know why, but like some flashing in the movie, and scientists are reporting to pretty much be careful watching this movie, and obviously warning people to not watch the movie if they're sensitive to a lot of flashing scenes and stuff, right? This is just a warning, I guess, just an important report that I just wanted to report in this video, I guess, just to share with people that haven't watched the movie. But I would also recommend watching this footage of an actual person that has studied about microwaves and stuff.
Joined the Royal Navy in 1960, and I specialised in microwave warfare. So I understood about microwave warfare and how it can damage people, how it can harm people. Because microwaves then were used as weapons, as they are today. It is a perfect stealth weapon. And when governments don't like a group of people, for instance, the ladies who protest at Greenham Common in England about the American missile base they camped, they were microwaved. We microwaved Catholics in Northern Ireland to make them sick. You can cause neurological damage and cancers with low-level microwaves, and you can make all your opponents sick. It's a perfect weapon for a government.
So now we're going to be discussing about Space Force for a little bit and see what Trump is really trying to do with this, you know, I guess, sixth branch of the army. Which is a little strange to have. We're going to be, I guess, from the looks of it, sending soldiers to space. I don't know if this is true or not.
When it comes to defending America, it is not enough to merely have an American presence in space. We must have American dominance in space.
Obviously, I don't know if it's true or not that we're going to actually be sending soldiers into space. But if we are going to send soldiers into space, just imagine how dumb it's going to look like up there.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again.
So sometime this year, we send a supposed space car to space to orbit around the Earth, and somehow, in some way, in shape or form, the car is still in space, apparently. And there's footage and images of the space car that looks to be, in my opinion, a studio, and he seems to be in the exact position where he's at in space right now. Isn't that a little odd? Of course it is, because that doesn't make any sense. It's clearly could mean something. It could mean that they're probably, you know, showing us just pretty much a cartoon, a CGI cartoon green screen, right? Of a car in supposed space. A fake space car. Another thing I want to bring up is the photos of the satellites. Who's taking the photos of the satellites? If it's other satellites that are taking photos of these satellites, then when we watch the ISS footage, we can't see the other satellites orbiting the Earth. Right? You know what I'm saying? You're on with me? It doesn't make any sense. And then when we see, people would say that we can't see them because they're too small or because of the quality of the camera and stuff. That's honestly just BS. And now with the Space Force, I wonder if we're going to see that car being used in any shape or form in space. It's gonna be absolutely, I mean, it's just gonna be a green screen show. It's gonna be literally a Hollywood movie, a Hollywood show in space, and people are gonna fall for it. I mean, are we supposed to like expect some kind of war going on, like soldiers versus aliens and crap? I mean, this is just nonsense. I mean, I can't believe people are falling for this.
If you can trigger nature to do the work for you, you can raise covert wars, which our country and many others are famous for, and yet have the deniability that goes along with it.
The United States began building its own mysterious array of antennas in February 1992. The project is called HAARP.
HAARP is the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Project, originally a joint effort of the Air Force and Navy in cooperation with a number of academic institutions.
HAARP is comprised of 180 antennas, approximately 72 feet tall, linked together to function as one giant steerable antenna. Steerable because it can aim millions of watts of ELF waves into one tiny patch of the atmosphere. There are possibly 20 other ionospheric heaters in existence all over the world. Chemtrails are being used in conjunction with HAARP. By spraying metal oxides into the air above enemy skies, then directing ELF waves from HAARP to heat those metal oxides, the temperature of the sky is raised to more than 100 degrees Fahrenheit, preventing the accumulation of water vapor that would otherwise form clouds and produce rainfall.
So here is the footage that I wanted to show you guys earlier, and this is some weird chemtrails left in the sky. Now these seem to be and look like UFOs to me, but I do believe that the government may indeed be actually spraying different compounds in the sky now. Now, for what reason would they do this? Why would they be spraying new compounds? Well, it could be for many reasons, honestly. There's just a lot of words for it. They can be, obviously, to maybe, I don't know, create more types of weather patterns. I have heard of people saying that they could be spraying Morgellon diseases at us, or nanotechnology, you know, and they could also, you know, want to test how people would react with these new compounds they're spraying. I mean, we know they're spraying sulfuric acid, aluminum, strontium, barium, whatever, right? Morgellon diseases, I guess, which is, something that they spray. But, I mean, you can do your research on this, and maybe you'll find out.
A lot of questions tonight about those big Air Force planes that have been flying low over the area, spraying for mosquitoes. Tonight, it will be over Brazoria County, then head to Harris and Liberty. But is it safe? It's a question on a lot of people's minds. Matt Daugherty is live with what he uncovered. Matt?
Neighbors in Pearland had settled down for the evening when they heard the sound of something getting closer, louder.
Now, if they really want to, you know, spray something new in the sky, in the atmosphere, if they really want to kill us all, what would be the best way? It wouldn't just be, you know, toxic, you know, poison the environment and poison us to death and making us take vaccinations. What would be the best way, folks? And this is where I believe they really want to, you know, stump, I guess, on us by pretty much controlling the weather and making it go against us. Pretty much, I guess, what you would say, weather warfare. And we are starting to see this happening all around the world.
And not melt. You watch it. By the way, this stinks, by the way.
It's actually burning.
Absolutely stinks. Look, it is not
melting.
Like
polystyrene.
It's not melting. It's burning. That's what all these planes and chemtrails are causing. Not even proper snow.
Anyways, folks, make sure to leave a like, share, subscribe if you haven't. And again, I apologize for the long video, but anyways, peace.